following video is not made for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello to my subscribers, this is the TFangy coming to you with my most recent Core Class Transformers figure, and this is probably going to be the last Core Class figure I review for quite a while, because this is the last Core Class figure from the Legacy Evolution line that I've added to my Transformers collection, and it is Transformers Legacy Evolution Core Class Nemesis Prime. So yes, just like a handful of the other Optimus Prime figures we've gotten in recent years, the Core Class Optimus Prime figure that we originally got in the Transformers Kingdom line back in 2021. This figure was re-released in the Legacy Year 1 line again last year in 2022. Optimus Prime has now been repainted into Nemesis Prime. So for those of you out there who want to have a 3.5-inch tall Nemesis Prime action figure, then the Legacy Evolution Core Class Nemesis Prime figure is one to grab. So there he is inside of the box. Pretty standard Nemesis Prime paint job. Optimus Prime's parts that were both red and blue are now black. The windshield for the truck mode, which ends up being the robot mode chest. Whereas on Optimus Prime, the windows of the truck mode are bright blue. They're solid red on. They're or a pinkish red, I should say, on Nemesis Prime. And also, it's hard to tell inside the box, but if I get a decent angle, you can kind of see it right in there. The eyes are red on Nemesis Prime as well, so yes, Nemesis Prime is the evil clone of Optimus Prime. So here's some artwork of Nemesis Prime in his robot mode, and yes, he does come with a brand new weapon of a purple Energon axe. It's based on I believe it's the second episode of the Transformers Generation 1 cartoon. There was one individual scene that only lasted a few seconds where Optimus Prime deployed an axe made out of Energon from the end of one of his arms. It was orange, Optimus Prime's axe, and unfortunately that at one time was the only time that Optimus Prime used it in the G1 cartoon show. In more recent years, Optimus Prime has used his axe in the Transformers comic books, and then in other Transformers series, such as Transformers Animated, Optimus Prime has been depicted with an axe. So the fact that Nemesis Prime comes with a new battle axe weapon instead of the ion blaster that Optimus Prime came with, it makes me wonder if maybe Hasbro and Takatomi will re-release Core Class Optimus Prime with an orange version of the Energon axe Nemesis Prime comes with, and if Nemesis Prime will come with a ion blaster repainted from Optimus Prime. Time will tell if that happens at this point, but yes, I'm really thrilled to have this figure in my collection. Again, there's that artwork of Nemesis Prime. On that side of the box. On this side of the box, you've got one half of the Legacy Evolution poster image. You got the half of the image that contains the Nemesis Starship coming out of a space bridge. You've got G2 Laser Optimus Prime. You've got Armada Hotshot. You've got the Junkions. You've got Crash Bar, and I believe another Junkion that hasn't been released yet that transforms into a muscle car. And some Transformers fans and collectors have been quick to point out that the way the front bumper of the muscle car Junkion is shaped, it looks like animated Lockdown. So there's potential that we could see Lockdown and be given a modern figure in the Legacy Evolution line. You've got Crash Bar, and then of course you've got the Insecticons. So yeah, there's a lot of Transformers characters on the Legacy Evolution poster image, and then of course you've got the heavily spiked Decepticon logo. Some people have said that it's Tarn. Some people are saying that it's Megatronus Prime, aka the Fallen, the first Decepticon. On me personally, I think Hasbro and Takatomi are going to surprise us and make this a heavily spiked Decepticon on logo face. This is the robot mode face of the Nemesis Starship. Starship that's supposedly going to be the next Titan class figure released later this year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that turns out. On the top of the box, you've got the Legacy Evolution logo right there. And then one thing that a lot of Transformers fans and collectors have been quick to point out who have gotten a hold of Nemesis Prime and already reviewed him is that the artwork of Nemesis Prime here on the top of his box, which shows him in his robot mode, this is not the alt mode of this Core Class Nemesis Prime figure. This is actually a poster image of the Transformers War vs. Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise. His Optimus Prime figure done in Nemesis Prime's colors, and we never actually got the Earthrise Optimus Prime mold repainted into Nemesis Prime. The closest we got was this right here. This is the Amazon exclusive Transformers Earthrise. The official name of this figure was Alternate Universe Optimus Prime. This is basically a dead Optimus Prime when he's a lifeless corpse. This is the closest thing that we got to having an Earth-based, an Earthrise version of Nemesis Prime. I did some trailer swapping on my Transformers action figures, and I gave this tractor cab have the Nemesis Prime trailer. So if I can hold on to it properly right here. But yes, that's what the artwork on Nemesis Prime's box is. It's this action figure right here on it, and so it's made some Transformers fans and collectors speculating as to whether or not we're going to get it in leader class Earthrise Nemesis Prime action figure directly repainted from Optimus Prime. If we do, I will get that figure, even though I have been using this figure as a substitute Nemesis Prime figure. But yes, this is basically my custom Earthrise Nemesis Prime here. I've been debating ever since I got this figure if I should put a Decepticon logo over that Autobot one. But yeah, basically this is the closest we've ever gotten to actually getting an Earthrise Nemesis Prime figure. So whether or not we're actually getting one, I cannot say with certainty. If we are not getting a Nemesis Prime figure repainted from the Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime figure, then unfortunately Transformers fans and collectors can complain that there's some slightly false advertisement on Hasbro and Takara Tomi's part having the artwork for Core Class Nemesis Prime be based on the Earthrise Leader Class as mold that never actually was repainted into Nemesis Prime. We got the trailer with the Netflix version of Nemesis Prime, but then the tractor cab robot was actually a repaint of Siege Optimus Prime. And again, the closest that you can get to an Earthrise Optimus Prime with all the figures that have been released is using the Amazon exclusive Alternate Universe, aka Dead Optimus Prime figure. So it is a tad disappointing that we never actually got Nemesis Prime in the Earthrise mold, because this artwork on the Core Class figures box, it has me wondering if we might actually get one now in the Legacy Evolution line. But compared to the more I forgot the grammar I was going to use right there, but compared to more recently released Leader Class Transformers figures that have slightly more interactive trailers, the ones that turn into semi-trucks, but then compared to the Earthrise Optimus Prime mold, there's been Leader Class Transformers figures released in the East in the Kingdom and the Legacy Year 1, and now in the Legacy Evolution line, that are a lot more interactive and have more play value than the Earthrise Optimus Prime mold. So it's a question of would fans buy Nemesis Prime from this mold that was originally released back in 2020. But moving on to the Core Class Nemesis Prime figure itself. Now, if coming in here at the back of the box, you've got some images, you've got the robot mode, and there's the new axe weapon. You can plug it onto the hand just like and you can make it look like the axes come directly out of the wrist of the robot mode, just like it does with that one scene where Optimus Prime uses the orange one in the G1 cartoon. And then, of course, you got an image of the vehicle mode there. Here in Nemesis Prime transforms back and forth between both modes in 11 steps. So yes, I've always liked the idea of Nemesis Prime, an evil doppelganger of Optimus Prime running around causing chaos ever since Nemesis Prime was introduced to the Transformers franchise back in 2003 with Transformers Armada. And so every time action figure gets released that, even if it isn't actually Nemesis Prime, if it can pass for being a figure of Nemesis Prime, then I'm all over it, and I'm always excited to add it to my Transformers collection. So without further delay, let's get this action figure out of the box and take a close look at him in his robot mode. Alright, so here's Nemesis Prime out of the box and transformed into his robot mode, and he does look pretty nice looking. Again, like most Nemesis Prime action figures, he's a straight-up repaint of Optimus Prime, just done in mostly black and gray with some turquoise highlights. I said at the a moment ago in the review that the axe was purple. That's what it looked like to me because I'm partially colorblind, but it's actually a nice metallic turquoise. Turquoise is another one of the colors that, another highlight color scheme that Nemesis Prime has. He has turquoise also painted on his robot mode utility belt, which become the headlights of the truck mode. But yeah, here he is next to Kingdom Core Class Optimus Prime. One nice thing about Nemesis Prime that he has over Optimus Prime is that, looking down here, this transformation joint right here on Optimus Prime, which allows the robot mode pelvis to plug into the base of the torso to form the waist. On Optimus Prime, at least on my copy of Kingdom Core Class Optimus Prime, that peg is very loose, but here on Nemesis Prime it's very secure, so sometimes if I'm messing around with Core Class Optimus Prime, that entire transformation joint comes loose, and so Optimus Prime's legs actually swing out from his pelvis instead of at the hips, and unfortunately there's no real way of tabbing it in place securely, so makes Core Class Optimus Prime very floppy in robot mode, but that joint's been tightened up here on Nemesis Prime, so that is a vast improvement over Optimus Prime, I do have to admit. So, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but pretty much being a repaint of Optimus Prime, what Nemesis Prime has going for him is his mostly black paint job. But of course, the one part of him that's new is that he comes with a new weapon. Whereas Optimus Prime came with his iconic Ion Blaster, Nemesis Prime comes with the Energon Axe. That Optimus Prime, his Energon Axe has been orange, so it's pretty cool looking that Nemesis Prime has a turquoise one. Whether or not we're going to get re-releases of Core Class Optimus Prime and Nemesis Prime with their weapons swapped someday is uncertain at this point. The axe itself is made out of black plastic, and so all the turquoise that's on it is turquoise paint. But it's nice. I keep calling it turquoise. This color is supposed to be teal. I apologize for getting that wrong. So, yeah, I just corrected myself. So no need to mention in the comment section that I was calling teal turquoise. Another thing Nemesis Prime has is that all the hubcaps on his tires are painted silver, whereas they're unpainted here on Optimus Prime. I may, seeing the side of that, and it looks really impressive, I may see about maybe getting a duplicate copy of Nemesis Prime and doing a wheel swap with Optimus Prime just to see what Optimus Prime looks like with his wheels painted silver. So that's one thing I hope if we get another re-release of Core Class Optimus Prime here, that he comes with painted hubcaps on the wheels just like Nemesis Prime has, because I really hate seeing unpainted wheels on my Transformers action figures. And then, of course, one thing about the axe weapon is that the way the hands on this mold are, you can hold the axe in two ways. You can either plug it on top and have Nemesis Prime look like he's holding the axe from the base of the handle, or what you can do is you can flip the hand inside, which you have to do for transformation, and you can plug the axe at the end of Nemesis Prime's wrist, and you can make it look as though he swapped out his hand and he has the Energon Axe deployed from it, which is what Optimus Prime did in one solitary episode of the G1 cartoon. There are some versions of Optimus Prime action figures out there that come with axe weapons. There's even some third-party ones for Generation 1 Optimus Prime where you can plug the axe onto the edge of his arm, and you can put it over the hand and make it look like it's come out of the arm like Optimus Prime did. But yeah, I think it's really cool that you have two ways of attaching the axe to the arm. I prefer the axe replacing the hand in this configuration. So for articulation, some of the joints on Nemesis Prime are tighter than they are on Optimus Prime, so I won't go into transformation too much, but basically you've got a swivel joint in the head, ball-jointed shoulder, so the arms can go forwards and backwards 60 degrees, ball-jointed elbow, so you can rotate the lower arm at the elbow, bend it up and down as well. No waist articulation due to transformation. Legs can go out this far, so the figure can almost do a 180 split. Legs can go forward this far, they can go backwards. This far you can get it past the kibble here on the back of the front vehicle mode tires. You got a ball joint in the knee, so and then no ankle tilts or ankle rockers in the feet. but it's a pretty decent amount of articulation for a core class sized Transformers action figure. So without further delay, let's get Nemesis Prime transformed into his vehicle mode, and we'll wrap up the review. Alright, so here's Nemesis Prime transformed into his vehicle mode. Oh, again, I really enjoy the paint job that's used on him. I love those the pinkish red used on the front windows for the windshield. It really makes it look like he has a pair of glowing red eyes that are staring right into your soul. Ugh. But jokes aside, the mostly black paint job with silver, red, and teal highlights. I got the name of the color correct that time. It really is impressive looking, and I'm really digging the silver paint used here on the hubcaps. I do prefer painted wheels over unpainted ones because it's more successful in giving the illusion that the figures have the wheels are hubcaps with tires on them. So again, here is Nemesis Prime next to Optimus Prime. I've always wanted to see what it would be look like if Optimus Prime and Nemesis Prime faced off against each other in vehicle mode. I mean, Nemesis Prime could trick Optimus Prime into almost having like a demolition derby type collision drive. But yeah, there they are standing side by side with each other, and just like Optimus Prime, pretty much the only weapon storage that Nemesis Prime can pull off in vehicle mode is using the 3mm port, or that's the trailer hitch. Whether or not some third-party company is going to design trailers for these core class figures, I honestly cannot say, but I'm leaning towards no, that nobody's even thought of designing trailers for this mold. Maybe they might now that we've got this mold twice for both Optimus Prime and Nemesis Prime, but who knows? But regardless, I do not regret adding this figure and adding it to my Transformers collection because action figures of Nemesis Prime are surprisingly less common than you would think they are. It's actually I can count using the fingers on my hands the number of Nemesis Prime action figures that I have in my Transformers collection. So, for the proverbial question, do I recommend you get the Transformers Legacy Evolution Core Class Nemesis Prime figure and add it to your collection? Absolutely, I do. You cannot go wrong having Nemesis Prime in the Core Class. He's pretty fantastic looking, and the new axe weapon is a nice weapon accessory that the figure comes with. So thank you guys all so much. This has been the TFangy. This is my review of Transformers Legacy Evolution Core Class Nemesis Prime. I highly recommend you get this figure, even if you already have Core Class Optimus Prime. I'm Nemesis Prime. I'm as always a welcome addition. I love when Nemesis Prime and Optimus Prime fight each other, even though they've only done it on a couple of occasions. When they have, it's always been in a fantastic one-on-one round between the two of them. Thank you guys all so much, and until next time, you guys, stay safe, stay healthy, transform and roll out. Goodbye, everyone.